This meeting is being live streamed, it says. I'm going to hit the blue button that says got it instead of leave meeting.
There you go. Evolution of a man right there.
Don't tell me my business, devil woman. Don't tell me my business.
Well, while that's setting up and we're going live on the YouTubes, you want to do a shot?
God damn it. I was praying because I did a lot of. Did you hear the heavy lifting I was doing while you were gone? I was doing heavy lifting.
I did hear that, and I appreciate it.
But it was good. It was like it was good. It was good crowd work with no crowd. It's basically my internal monologue as I'm trying to get myself to go to sleep. And you all heard that. No, it's fine. It's fine. Everybody's fine. Hey, what about this? And you guys heard about this one? Whoa, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. And that is what insanity sounds like, folks. Okay. So should we do this shot? Let's do this shot, baby, and turn on. All right, we're live. Giddy up. I don't know why I'm holding my suitcase up to the camera too.
I did it as well.
God damn it. Cheers, motherfucker. Okie dokie, artichoke. Oh, there you go. Your camera looks better now because it looked like I was talking to my dad. He was just like, hey, you there? Hey. Yeah. I can't see him. No, don't look into the camera. Look into the screen. Well, I can't.
He's not in the camera.
Oh, you mean the files are in the computer? I gotcha.
Oh.
The evolution of man strikes again. Welcome to the Two-Sided Pod. We are now going live on YouTube. We'd first off like to give a blanket apology to anyone out there listening, watching, hearing into this. Always remember women and children first in lifeboats. But if you like what you're hearing, and I don't know why I said that, but I feel like that's important because we don't have chivalry anymore. But if you like what you're hearing, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that alert button. Also remember, spay new your dogs. So welcome to the Two-Sided Pod.
Y'all, tomorrow we're scheduled to do a show with Demon Omega, and it's about, can drugs help you see through the veil? Y'all should join us. What time, Desert Fox?
7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so 9 p.m. Eastern.
9 Eastern.
Something like that. Y'all should join us. I bet you have a lot to say about that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel like God damn it, I do. I will. I might be trying to break through the veil in my own way on a Friday night at 9 p.m. with the own use of any chemical enhanced propaganda. However, if I'm not, I will come in and definitely give a little TED talk. John, it's been a rough day, and I've been prepping for you. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready for you.
Well, let's jump in, yeah?
There's no time like the present, my friend.
Well, howdy.
Awful. I don't know what I asked for. God damn, I don't know why I asked for it. I asked for it. Literally, I asked for it this time. I was like, yeah, please, sir, can I have more slaps to the face, sir? Please, another time. Make sure this one has some fucking shit on the back end. Woo!
I'm John L. Peacock from Brooklyn, New York, currently in the Dirty Mitten. This is my boy Pete out in Southern California, and you are listening to Two-Sided, where every episode I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the fun and the serious.
And I retort, I gladly accept that challenge, and I say, nay, I too wish I was in a mitten. The dirty mitten, as it well, I take any mitten. You take them as you can get them. I take them anyway. Thanks, John. Yep. It's the right and the wrong, the two sides, the me and the you, the yes and the no, John. That's what it is.
And since I'm a traveling man now, I got myself a suitcase for my podcasting. This is my podcast suitcase.
What is it? What does it say? Impotent?
Impotent. That's right.
Oh, pedantic.
Pedantic.
Yeah.
Potensic. Potensic.
Yeah.
Potensic. A little different from pedantic. Prolific.
Yeah. You're a little. No, I think pedantic nailed it. Yeah, I see you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what pedantic means, I will get one of my books from my library here, and we will read the definition. But I do not want to stop John in his show thus far. Continue.
That's right. That's right. I'm an important person. I got things to do. I got people to see. I got to get into our first lightning round.
We can't yell that loud. I'm in a library. We need to keep hushed tones. Okay. It ain't gonna work. All right, so he's out. Let's do it, baby. I'm in.
As anyone knows, the first lightning round of the evening is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready?
I'm ready, John L. Peacock. I'm ready.
Okay. Who is your favorite EDM DJ?
It depends on when you ask me. If you ask me today, I'm gonna have to go with I really like Boris Brejcha. I'm a big fan of Boris Brejcha. That's kind of my go-to. I don't like anything vocal. I like deep, hard trance. So ethereal trance, not hard. I don't like hardcore. I don't like drum and bass. I don't like jungle. So Above and Beyond or Boris Brejcha. Those are my two favorites.
Nice. What was the best EDM show you've ever been to?
You, John, I don't remember. And that was the best. I'll never forget you guys. Let's get phone numbers and hang out tomorrow. Who? When? When did we get home? The best.
What was the worst experience you've ever had at an EDM show?
We went to, so we had a buddy's bachelor party. We started local in home with partying and had different affairs and different things happening. And then it was like, okay, now we're done. Let's go out. And we wanted to go to let's go rave, man. So there was 8 of us. But you couldn't, it was just there was nothing really happening. There was just clubs. So we went to an LA club. All right, this is going to be it. Come on, yeah. We just had the will and cocktails in us at that point. We had nothing else. And we get to the party and it's there was maybe 8 people there and a DJ. And it was what is happening? And we already paid a cover. And so me and Jobert go up to the bar and just we've walked the floor. Nothing's happened. Let's just get drunk. And so we're doing cherry bomb shots. It's $1 for maraschino cherries with Everclear.
Yeah.
And so we're shooting those. All right. It was awful. And it was it was supposed to be the last fucking hurrah of our buddy who I can't party anymore, you guys. This is my it. It's all right, good going away party. Holy shit.
Hey, also you're why he needs to go away.
Right, you're the DD, not because of any of the partying, because of we drank maraschino cherry dollar shots of Everclear. Awful.
I had too many cherries, man. I ate too many cherries.
No, you took too much. It was just granted in the looking back, that's not a fucking party, but it was the intent of a party. It was geared as a party. It turned out to be a shitty bar experience. And it was just a shitty bar experience is oh, dude, you can get those 3 times, 4 times a week. Did you get drunk? Yeah, it was not that bad. Not that bad. whatever. But a party experience, like, hey man, no bueno. You got arrested there? You got fucking someone fucking, yeah, no bueno. That was one of those, like, if you think it was a party, awful. If you're like, bar, like, yeah, I just ruined my buddy's bachelor party. No big deal.
That's right. Final question of this lightning round. When and or why did you start listening to EDM?
Dude. Okay, so I can tell you where the change happened because I remember in high school, I remember vividly my senior year, we took and it was like spring break, and it was just me and a couple of homies decided to go. We were living in Northern California up by Sacramento and decided to take a road trip, and we were going to go to Disneyland for a night, and then we were going to go to the beach for a night, and we were going to do something else. Like it was going to be like a 4-day trip. And it was just us. And we were this much money, this much weed, this much like, and not a great plan, but still. And I remember hitting Fresno, and my buddy, I'm riding in the front seat, and he put on Prodigy, Firestarter, and they're listening to the albums. They did just like, and I was like losing my, this is the worst thing I've ever heard. I am a Firestarter. You are a Firestarter. We could be a Firestarter. And I started like pulling out lighters, like, I will Firestop. Turn this off or I'm going to fucking light your car on fire. Like,
we Firestop together.
I wasn't all about EDM until then after college, once I was back in California, Southern California, like I met the fucking Wes and the mayor and Joe Burt and all the homies. And it's like, oh no, totally cool guys that did exactly the same things I did. Went to the bars, talked to the same people, worked, knew my buddy worked at a restaurant that we'd go to. Like, here's like, we all the same people. And like, oh, you haven't heard this music? You go to this party. I'll go to this. Like, holy shit. And my mind expanded. And then I was like, yep. But then you realize, like, no, I don't like drum and bass. I don't like the jungle stuff. I like dubstep sometimes. But it's like all these little genres and little things. But yeah. So it was right after college when I moved to Southern California, where I realized like, holy shit. And you just don't look back, John. You just don't look back. Yeah, this is something. No, I'm super excited because you finally ask questions where you're going to ask questions later on, and I'm super excited to answer them later on. Woo!
And you also you listen to some great underground DJs like DJ Adam Bomb, right?
Oh, fucking DJ Adam Bomb, Theo. If you guys know, and you guys, I promise you, bro, hardest working DJ. I had a homie in the Inland Empire, which was like inland from LA, in San Bernardino, that area. This dude would work all over from Inland Empire to Hollywood to San Diego. Theo, I shit you not, like 7-8 times a week. Like he was, it didn't matter what flyer you saw. He was always at the party. He was always there. He was always, we're like, okay, from 2 a.m. or from 12 p.m. till 2 a.m. Here's Theo. We're like, and he would do a set, and he was like, it could be a small set, like, oh, there's 80 people there here, or he would be at EDC and doing the backstage. Was like, oh, here's like 4,000, but this motherfucker was working. So he was one of my favorite undergrounds, and I knew him. I actually met him through a homie because he was just local. Like, what up, man? How's it going? Yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. Like, okay, best one. Shout out to Adriana. I ain't trying to say your name right now, girl. I'm a big fan. Glad you're here.
Well, let's
go, John.
Let's pop some of these. Let's pop some of these bubbles.
Yep.
Wow, Pete, look at your library. I'm so impressed. It looks amazing. Have you read all those books? Poor John. John, you look beautiful. Love the beads. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, baby. I'm saying most of these are hollowed out and they're filled with either guns or drugs. This one I pulled back over here and a little door opens to the cellar where John is living in the Gimp dungeon. So we don't pull that book. We just stick with these that are hollowed out.
Right. And sometimes they're guns that shoot drugs.
Those are the only guns that I deal with, John. Like I am the Banksy of firearms in the drug community. I don't believe in shooting love or flowers.
I believe in shooting
MDMA
or
THC
in the mouths of my enemies. Cheers.
Hey, Pete, I have good news for you. It's 6 p.m. Pacific time, so you should still be good.
My man!
I got you, man. I'm working with you.
And Demon Cat will be calm by then.
Demon Cat should be still sleeping at 6 p.m., right? Oh, 7, 8. Never mind.
Okay, if you guys can't, if it's on stereo, or it's on wherever it is, if you can send me the link and like send me the thing, I will put a reminder on. I'll set an alarm, but I just need to know where to log in. 6 p.m. Like, bro, I'm good with 6 p.m. I'm still good to go. That is where we start taking the journey. That is where the precipice meets my feet. Not the other way around.
Are you saying that you don't like classic rock and roll?
Nope.
You don't like, what is it called? The pretty boy hair bands? You don't like that kind of music?
Oh, no.
What are you telling me, man?
You say we don't like bands? Hey, no, you guys, stop. All right, because I'm going to rock all night. Get back out. We're in a library, okay? It's not the time or place. No, we love like John and I like hardcore classic, and we kind of grew into EDM. But like, yeah, John, you can go on music because we both know hair bands, but we both know classic rock. So I would say classic rock and hair bands are totally different for me. I love them both. I will fuck with some Skid Row. I'm telling you what.
Sebastian Bach, baby.
Right, no, Ricky was a young boy. He had a heart of stone, John. Lived and survived. He worked his fingers to the bone. Wow. Should have been higher. Anyway, but yeah. We grew up, when John and I were in college, though, don't judge us. Our college music, we listened to a lot of, you can't judge because it's goddamn great music, for one. We listened to a lot of Beatles, Bob Marley.
Yep. TCR.
TCR.
Creedence, Steve Miller Band.
Steve Miller Band, and then the one that you could judge us on, but I still stand by it, was the Wallflowers. Like, it was like there was the one headlight.
That
was
first
so good.
album, man. That
first album was great. Yeah, it was great. And we were still in that point where we're like, you know what, man? Yeah, perfect. Let's move into this. Perfect. Smoke another one. Let's play Mario Kart. That's where life met the best.
That's right. Let's get this last one and then jump into our first segment.
Giddy up, baby.
Classic rock and hair bands are completely different.
Thank you.
But I love them both. They are my genre. I mean, I love country music too. I'm a confused person. I have 3 football teams. I mean, what do you expect?
Whoa.
I'll listen to just about anything, unless there's a lot of F-bombs and, horrible things like shit like that.
Okay, I'm not laughing.
The lead singer of the Wallflowers is actually the son
Jacob.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah, Jacob Dylan. 100%. That's why we started. It's like John is a plethora of musical trivia. Like that is one thing. If it's hipster, if it's a little bit off the beaten path, yeah, he'll know it. If it's mainstream, top 100, he has no fucking clue.
Won't have a clue. Blank face.
Yeah. Blank palette.
Let's do this shot and get into our segment.
Oh, I feel the walls coming in upon us, John, and I don't know if we should continue. Well, we're so steeped in blood, we might as well keep going. Here we go. Cheers.
That's right. Dink.
Think.
Our first segment of the evening is U.S. Healthcare Part 2. U.S. Healthcare Part 2. The focus of this part is the expansion of Medicaid.
All right. No, I'm with you. Like my whole thing is I understand, and I realize what we do. I get it, but sometimes it just hits me a little hard. Like, why are you going to talk to me about that? Like, I'm going to have to sit here quietly and make funny jokes about things I don't want to talk about, that we're not doing correctly, that we are so second-class citizens. Cool, John. Hey, do you want to talk about how I never learned to read as a child next, John? Is that going to be fun for you? Cool, let's talk about Medicaid.
So 38 states and Washington, D.C. have expanded Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act, ACA. 12 states continue to refuse to adopt this expansion, despite the fact that the federal government will pay for 90% of the cost. So it's Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Texas, Kansas, Wyoming, Wisconsin, and South Dakota, though South Dakota is voting on expanding it in the November election of this year. So
I know. No, we're hoping, but if they don't have another Sturgis event before then, our chances are good. But if they do, we're fucked.
That's right. So some of the nearly 19 million Americans gained coverage through this expansion. The uninsured rates, particularly among low-income residents, is considerably lower in Medicaid expansion states.
See, I don't want to be just beat a dead horse or just repeat the same thing. But my whole retort on all of this, because hey, look how good we've done. Look what we've done. Like, yeah, you did this much, motherfucker.
That's right.
Look at the world, and then like, oh, but look at these states. Like you are antiquated. You are in the Stone Age. You are so archaic in your thinking. And then our progressive states, as far as healthcare goes, God, we're fucking drungos compared to the world. Yeah. And it just like, it hurts my feelings. Like that. Sometimes like we're 2 minutes in and I'm blowing it all. Fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck you. Sorry, John, not fuck you. You're doing good. See, edit that out. 3, 2, 1. Perfect.
Right. Most industrialized countries have universal health care. We still technically do not have universal health care.
No, not technically, John. We don't
have it. Yeah.
Thank you. No, continue. I'll save the rest of my retort for after your next sentence. Continue.
Okay. So the ACA also increased the number of Americans with health insurance by providing a new premium tax credits for purchasing of private healthcare insurance and reforms to the private insurance market, such as eliminating pre-existing condition exclusions and establishing annual limits on out-of-pocket costs, which has, brought many more people into health insurance and private healthcare because, of pre-existing conditions. And the law also allowed young adults to remain on their parents' insurance plans up to age 26 and required most individuals to secure minimum essential coverage.
Right. So 2 things there. 2 things on that takeaway that I got to tell you. How's it going? Good to see you. How you been? Sorry, I'm drinking in the fucking public room. Be quiet. 2 things there. One, that they now accept pre-existing conditions. So now that means that people can stop lying about shit when they go to the doctor. 2, that adults can stay on, that people can stay on their parents' insurance till 26. So I realized this a couple years ago, and I was like, wow, in another year, my next birthday, I'm going to have to get off my parents' insurance. So I'm really needing to think about this very seriously and start talking the truth about my doctor. Cheers.
That's right. So the ACA also aligns states' minimum Medicaid eligibility threshold for children at 133% below poverty line, requiring some states to shift older children from separate CHIP programs into Medicaid.
See, but yeah, no, because the CHIPS program, it's good, but it doesn't help with it's younger kids. It's like that whole. Right. Okay, folks, and I guess this is where the Two-Sided Pod announces their platform for the mayorship of the United States. Is the Two-Sided Pods are going to become. You were busting my balls about talking mayors of the states, so I'm going to say mayors of the country now. And there's two of us. Right. We delegate duties. Well, John's on vacation. He has a show, so I'm the mayor of the U.S. now. If we can become co-mayors, it's great. It's a great thing. I got to think about that. The less you know, that's super good. All right, but because we could figure this shit out, John, if people just gave us some power instead of just me fucking pissing impotently into the wind, yelling my goddamn hates and shaking my fist at the heavens. If we could get some traction, we would change it all. If not, we'll just be funny until then. Continue, sorry.
The ACA also included provisions to streamline eligibility, enrollment, and renewal processes to help make that all much easier for people. Well, for example, by requiring a single application for Medicaid and CHIP and subsidized exchange coverage.
You mean you cut 4 of the red tapes of the 2,800 red tapes you need to get assistance to live as a human in this country? Oh, good. You want a fucking pat on the back? You want a hustle sticker? Don't break your arm fucking jerking yourself off. Fuck off. Sorry.
Well, less red tape is still less red tape, and because of this, Medicaid has increased in all states, whether they have the expanded Medicaid coverage or not, because this went across the U.S.
John, this is okay. Apparently, you have never been in an abusive relationship, John. Apparently, you have had a good upbringing, a good social life, a good relationship thing. But when someone says, you know what, you've been good, I'm going to take your cold gruel and I'm going to warm it up and give you warm gruel. Like, oh my God, thank you so much. Instead of burn you with cigarettes, I'm now just going to smack you in the face with a spoon.
That's right.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I love the physical touch without the burning. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. Like, you did this much for people and you want to. Sorry, go. Go. No, it's good. Right. It's good. But it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough.
Well, right. But it is a start. Here's another example. The expansion
I don't give a shit about a start. It's not a good enough. Okay. Sorry, go. Okay. Sorry.
It's been especially critical for expanding coverage to those with opioid use disorders. There's an acute need for treatment for opioid use disorders and other substance use disorders. A record of 63,000 people died of drug overdose in 2016, with 42,000 over that being directly from opioid use.
Right. I mean, you see the whole society, because the judgment against the Sacklers for the Oxycontin. So that is like, we're really pushing this whole thing as an American society. But at the same time, like, great, you're now giving people healthcare and options, but you're not opening. New York just had, and I know we had a show about this, bro, and I know it's kind of the same thing, but not the same thing. In Australia, they opened the shooting galleries. I don't believe in drugs as far as like intravenous and those kind of shits. I'm like, fuck drugs. Like, right. I just smoke weed and drink a lot of booze. Like, that's just keep your head straight. But
exactly.
And they had like, but it's helping society. It's like helping these people so they don't. share needles. They don't have these horrible living conditions, so they can be a person, so they can get help. So you're in a safe environment because you have a disease. Addiction, John, is a disease. Like, I don't care what you say about anything. It could be a gambling, a sex, a drug, an alcohol, a cancer, diabetes, whatever it is. You did not want it. You did not ask for it. It could be inherent. It could be choices you made in your day-to-day life. But something happened and you now cannot control this. And that people say we classify diseases as, oh, you're depressed. It's a disease. It's like you're chemically imbalanced. It's not like there's a difference. Like, I'm sad. I'm a fuck you. You have no personality. That's what you are.
Right.
Yeah. Versus like, oh, there's something wrong in the chemical brain. Versus there's something wrong with these ideas. You know what I mean? Like, and that we have now just like, oh, cool. We will say you get healthcare and you can go to these doctors and wait for 2 months for an appointment, and you're in a clinical system where you don't get the help you need because our intake is so big and so vast and we are not making money from you, that you're help. The same thing with a vet, the VA, John. Like, okay, I'm going off now. Sorry, go.
Okay. So to bring it back, you're right. The even the terminology that I use, this is coming from a government website, and so they've shifted their terminology to have it as opioid use disorder or substance use disorder, as opposed to they're drug addicts, right? And so it shows in the terminology how they are treating it, how they're treating these patients.
Right. Well, I mean, but we're looking at, and that's one of my bigger problems with this whole, especially when you're looking at the opioid epidemic and you're looking at elder care, and you're looking at, well, not elder care, yes, elder care, but mental care. So those three things is usually
mental care.
Elder care usually goes into dementia, and you have these different things. And so if you have homeless elder people, so it's now you're fixing up the result. You're trying to address the result of an issue instead of addressing the root of a problem. You know, there's if we looked at people who
where is the padlock?
Instead of having these
awesome. Thank you so much.
We just have
a great night.
Programs for them to help them after they're addicted. We have programs in the community to keep them from getting addicted.
I'm there.
We have preventative medical care. We have universal medical care that helps them stay healthy. You know, preventative instead of post-reactive. And that's the same thing with mental health. Like
just treating symptoms. Just treating symptoms.
Right. Because especially, and I don't know, you know. Well, we don't have anyone overseas right now, but anyone who knows anything, if you fucking live close to any kind of lane, you know that a mental health issue, like, oh, here's someone who's having a break on the thing. Okay, well, the cops come. Okay, well, the cops come. Anyone who's had experience with cops, it just fucking exacerbates the issue. Like, I see a cop, I'm not happy ever. Right. But if I'm in a fucking turmoil mental state, like tumultuous, yeah, hold on, let me get this book.
There you go.
Yep, tumultuous. That's great. Then it's gonna lead to bad results, and now you're fixing these results. Our whole thing of this expansion of Medicaid is great, but you're not addressing the problem of what is causing the healthcare, the mental issues, the things at the root. You're now waiting until the leg is broken and you're setting it instead of saying, hey, probably don't jump off that cliff, motherfucker.
And though this this terminology has been, universal mandate across the states, the expansion itself does, it directly looks at mental health. It directly looks at the substance use disorders, with that kind of care. So since the expansion has taken effect, the share of opioid-related hospitalizations in which the patient was uninsured plummeted to 79%, went down 79% in expanded states, and just 5% in non-expansion states.
With you, John. Like I'm 100% with you, and I'm saying this in all respect in the Two-Sided Pod show that you're not listening. No. This is great because this is part of the problem. You're like, yeah. But the people who had opioid overdoses, the number of people who had opioid overdoses without insurance went down by 79%. Like, yeah, that's fucking great. How about we drop the number of opioid overdoses by 79%?
And hospitalizations, right? Yeah.
And we keep the insurance wherever the fuck it is. Like, I don't give a shit if you're insured or not. How about we stop having these overdoses? And if that could be a social work thing, if that could be like, you definitely have healthcare and medical care. I'm telling you that by all means. But again, you stem it from you. Fucking think of your John. Here's the deal, right? I'm good at analogies. Ready? You are the little Dutch boy. You're the little Dutch boy, and here's a big dike in front of you, and it's starting to spout water. So you got to put one finger in, and then the other one starts spouting, and like, oh, this is a bigger one. Okay, so do I keep my two little fingers in these little ones? Or do I put my fucking full fist and face and head into this to stop this one and let these little ones spout? Hey, Dutch boy, what are you going to do?
I'm going to run away and let the dike break.
Oh, woman in comfortable shoes.
So long-standing racial disparities in health coverage and access to care, the product of factors such as racism, economic and health system inequalities, and immigrants' restricted eligibility for public health coverage, are still significant, but have narrowed greatly since the ACA major coverage provision took place. The gap of rates between white and black adults shrank by uninsured white and black adults shrank by 51% in expanded states and even 33% in non-expanded states. So there was still a shrink after post ACA. Yeah.
Oh wow! It's like the Ferguson versus Plessy. It's like it's the 2/3 law. So we're celebrating that these people are halfway human. John, is that what you're saying?
No,
because
no,
we're almost up to the standard of normal Americans. Wow. Let's fucking pat ourselves in the back. Fuck that.
Okay. Let's look at Harvard study looking at poor adults, not just looking at poor adults. So we're talking economy. Yeah, exactly. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mean. In Arkansas.
John, are they talking about us right now? When they said poor adults? If they are, don't look on the eye. It'll make me feel awkward.
And also, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what definition of poor they're using. It's still us. Oh, those poor adults.
To understand the English language as them saying the poor adults, POUR adults. Like, yeah, we're drinky poor adults. Oh, you mean
I was simply poured into this suit.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at that motherfucker. He poured into that shit. It's like, and he poured himself another drink instead of pour. Oh, is that squalor? Yeah, you squalor. You hit Vegas. Right before Vegas, you take a hard left in Nevada. You get to Squalor in an hour and a half. You'll be there, no problem. Squalor.
That's right. Great pizza. Try the land crab. Yeah. Mind like yours? Try the land crab.
Don't mind if I do. Mind like yours. John Peacock, you're a goddamn scholar among fucking peasants. Continue, sir.
So the poor adults in Arkansas, Kentucky, and Texas, about their access and care of their health. Arkansas and Kentucky adopted the expansion. Adults were likelier to have personal physician, receive care for chronic conditions, and receive an annual checkup. Improvements not seen in Texas, which hasn't expanded. So they are seeing those disparities still very strong in the non-expanded states, where the expanded states, even among the general poor, poverty line and below, has greatly improved.
Well, yeah. You got to see, but look at the states. Like look at the hard runners. Like because right now you're talking about just healthcare, and you're not talking about our current political structures, climate of who the political figures are and how they are propagating this resistance or you have to look at this. Like we were going to talk about it before, but no, we're not going to talk. You know what? No. You know what? Yep, I ran it through everything. It falls in the healthcare kind of bullshit.
Okay.
Because you said Florida says they're one of the ones that don't do. They are not.
That is correct.
Correct.
They're one of the 12.
So there are more people in Florida who are not insured because of their health mandates and the things they're not supporting. And I'm just saying yesterday, I don't know. Time is fluid. It's fucking virtual. It's like you have these fucking weird string theory connections going. Anyway, the governor, the mayor, the sheriff, DeSantos was doing a press conference. I don't know if you saw this, and I'm guessing you haven't because you were on the road. On the road again. My boy John's going on the road again. Seeing the dirty mitten that my boy Pete has never seen. And I'll probably be there out sometime again. Anyway, he did a press conference, and it was about like kids. It was some, I don't know what the fucking, because I couldn't stomach to watch it. I could not stomach. It was one of those ones like I had to glance over, where he was doing a press conference in front of a bunch of people with kids behind him about kids or about a thing or about a bill or about whatever, and all the kids had on masks.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned around, was like, "What are you guys doing? Take those off. That's ridiculous." And did a whole thing about like, you're just doing the thing, blah blah blah. And half the kids took them off, and half left them on. And he's like, whatever, bah, and came back and continued his speech. I was like, so how many kids have health insurance? How many kids can afford to send their grandma to the emergency room if they get, because we know for a fact, motherfucker, that you had it, and we know you don't care, and your staff doesn't care. So if you get it again, and we get at that point, like, are you going to help me or are you not going to help? Like, it just that healthcare shit of like, well, look at my bank account. Here's the deal. Watch season 2. No, never mind. That's a whole different thing. Go ahead.
So to finish this one out, another landmark study found that Medicaid expansion saved the lives of at least 19,200 adults ages 55 to 64, older adults, between 2014 and 17. Conversely, more than 15,600 older adults died prematurely because of the state decisions of not expanding the Medicaid. Things that were preventable, were treatable through the expansion. Medicaid expansion ranks with other major public health interventions in terms of saving lives, the same landmark study shows. If all states have expanded Medicaid, the number of lives saved among just older adults in 2017 would be nearly equal to the number of lives saved by seatbelts among people of all ages.
No, I'm with you. I think I have a book back here that pulls it correctly. It says, yep. Oh, right here. Here's what it says. It says, this is the equivalent of people from the Titanic saying, Well, the White Star Line, who owned the Titanic. I apologize. Let me make a note.
That's right.
It's like the White Star Line said, well, we saved, 2,200 people. Yeah, but you lost 1,400.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but if you filled the boats, if you did your goddamn job correctly, no one would. It's not a pat on the back for doing the most minimum work, man. It's not. Like, cool, you just finally got the idea of that human life matters and that some people can't live in the same world that you do when you go to your office with your fucking rich Corinthian leather and walnut encrusted libraries. I get it. I'm a man of the people. And that is why you got to vote for two-sidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO-sidedpod@gmail.com for your next U.S. governor.
That's right. Co-governors. Two-sided governors.
No, it's two-sided pod governor. And then collectively, whoever's the two-sided pod is the governor, John. It's again, I feel like
Governor two-sided pod, I have a question. Governor two-sided pod.
And the whole table's like, yes! How is there going to be 16 of us? Well, we have Mind Fox, we have Fox and Lady, we got MFA. Yes! We are the bot. We are the one. We are sad you are here and asking questions.
That's right.
John, I don't mean to shit on your, because I know, well, no, I don't know. I have no idea what you do. I have no idea what you do. I truly don't know if you were like, hey, this is a good thing. Like, okay, USA, and try to pat everyone on the back. Like, if you were, fuck you, that was horrible. If you were trying to set me up to cancel myself, hey, kudos. You did it. You nailed it. Wow.
Nail in the coffin.
Yeah, you're going to be the face of the governor of America when we get elected, because I'll be the backroom man with the fucking ideas, and you'll be the front face man, bro.
Let's pop some of these messages here.
Woo! That was a tough one. Face is really close.
Oh, so he has no idea who CNC Music Factory is, who is somebody that we currently work for. You better step up your game. You're falling behind. I'm just telling you. I don't want people to laugh at you and make fun.
CNC Music. Well, I don't know if you know CNC Music Factory. Soundtrack of my 8th grade year. And I loved they're fantastic, and they're still it's one of those jams. It's like the old school hip hop that didn't Biz Markie and he passed, right? Yeah, I think he passed. Yeah, he just passed a few months ago. That was rough, man. But that's how you grew up in your childhood of oh, here's these people, here's these CNC Music Factory. Tony, fucking Belle Biv DeVoe, Tevin Campbell. Fuck off, Tevin Campbell. I'm with you. Jodeci. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain? I can't even hear. No pressure.
I believe Sturgis just happened a few weeks ago, and it won't be back around again until next year.
All right, so apparently the healthcare bill's going through. All right, perfect.
That's right.
Hey guys, I don't know what you're talking about right now because I have been distracted with a visitor, so I'll be listening in the background, but sorry. But I'm still tuning in.
Dude, I'm sorry. Oh wait. No, I'm good.
I believe that's what most people who ever listen to Two Sided Pod do.
No,
distracted. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm listening in the background.
That's only the Europeans, because the Europeans are like 4 a.m, and the truly ones who are like Adriana. No, fuck no. You know what, Adriana? She's U.S. How dare she? She's in the same time zone you are. If she's on, you better find her, call her out. But I was just saying, fucking yeah. Everyone else, yeah, I know. I definitely get it. It's like people are like, you know what? I'm gonna give you. I need your minutes. I support you in your minutes, but like I got shit happen. I'm in surgery right now. I have to embalm this guy and then replace this guy's liver. It's a whole day. It's a whole day.
Okay, so they do a song, "Everybody Dance Now," and then they do another song, "Things that make you go, mm."
Girl. No. I have so many jokes about. Well, earlier, not. Did you? Sorry, were you playing a message? I thought you were playing a message.
No, with you.
I early, like, but no, now I'm going to get into it. You guys, you just brought back my CNC Music Factory joke library because I had a lot of jokes about the things that make you go, And then the Everybody Dance Now was a great song, but you could use it randomly in a bar when it was like awkward. Everybody dance now. And you hit the and it's like, what? Like, hit him in the face, run! Yeah, no, it's a good out. It's like, I feel like that's my A-team maneuver. It's very CC Music Factory. John, do you remember things that made you...
So we just currently, recently, I don't know if we've discussed this, but we went to North Carolina over the first of the year.
No, we have not.
We did a music festival there with Rob Bass and All for One and someone else there. I can't think of who. Coolio. How could I forget Coolio? So that was super cool. And then we did another one that had 2 Live Crew.
I'm with that, but
Music Factory.
I have a question.
Shazam. I can't think of their name. Rob Bass and anyways.
Okay, so my question. I remember shit. What was the song with Rob Bass and it was the other guy? God damn, we played it on repeat all the time. Sounds great. Fuck. Anyway, doesn't matter. My question, here's the question. Because I love that, like, but 2 Live Crew. Some call it Amtrak, some call it train. Like, that shit does not age well. How do you do a concert? Like, do they do their original stuff with all the original things or the things, or what do they? And if what do they do? Like, I'm with it, but like, I would love it, but at the same time, like, I'm like, oh shit, Coolio, fucking, I'm dead. Okay, Too Short comes on, like Too Short. All right, okay, I'm with you. Like 2 Live Crew. That's a little rough. How are they going to change that? Like Too Short has a little radio edit, but like 2 Live Crew is like, god damn, I don't know. And if you play the real things, like I gotta get a drink. I've just been trained to like, I love it, but I gotta listen quietly, not looking at them, away, and like bob my head in the bathroom. Like, it's super good, but I can't be seen on video. We're running for U.S. governor at the Two-Sided Pod, so that's
right.
I'm washing my P's and Q's.
You asked me, have I heard of things that make you go, Yeah. But I remember the first exposure to it was Arsenio Hall.
That's literally right in the vein when it's popular.
Yep, totally.
Because no, seriously. All right. And I can look out now at our Two-Sided Pod. It's like, all right, the Foxes are here. Hear it from my dog pound.
Yep.
And I'll point over here. Arizona. But now it's going to be fucking.
That was some of the TV that I was watching when everyone else was asleep. I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't old enough.
Yeah, look at him, and that's what caused the ginger we know and love today.
That's right.
You goddamn maniac.
Things that make you go,
Okay. And that was the same time when it was like salt and pepper. Salt and pepper here. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's my right. Tone Loc, right around that same time. I had a single for Tone, like I borrowed the tape from 2 Live Crew from my buddy, and my mom found it, and she was gonna break it. It was like, that's not mine. I'll have to pay for it. And she's like, poor people. Warehouse prices.
That's a premium tape. That's gonna cost extra now. Yeah. Give it back.
It has the case and everything. Give it back to your friend. But I don't want to see it come back in his house. Yeah.
Hey, let's pop these two real quick and jump into our next segment.
No, I dare you.
They had a 20-minute set. They did, like their first one was Grab That Pussy or Drop That Pussy or whatever the fuck that song
Pop
was.
that pussy. Pop that pussy.
Anyways, they did a
That's my jam.
That was the most probably vulgar one, I think. And there were people in that freaking stadium that were older than me, and I'm kind of up there. I mean, I'm middle-aged, and they were older than me by a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, they did play a lot of their stuff.
No, 100% me. I didn't read her next thing if she was saying more about that, but I was like, it's called Pop That Pussy, but that's like, fuck yeah, if they only said Pop That Pussy, that's not offensive. It's like, come on, girl. Get off the floor, show them, girl, and show me them coochie pearls. Pop that pussy. Pop that pussy. Pop that pussy. Pop that. Done. And we have to edit that out because I was excited. I remember that. I was like, that's why my mom took the tape. She's like,
that's right.
You can't say that. God damn it. God damn it.
God damn it.
But here's a fun fact that we didn't know until after the concert, that pardon me, one of the original players of 2 Live Crew had passed away.
Yep.
And
94, 6
decided to walk away. And what happened was their hype guys took over the show. And they did a fabulous job. It was awesome.
I did not know.
I did not.
Okay, so I did not know that. I knew that I knew he passed away. I knew when there's a death in a group, I know. Yeah. Even if I don't know who the person is, like, oh shit.
You keep up.
Motherfucking Milli Vanilli lost to Milli or Vanilli. My guy was very upset about that. I was like, I blamed it on the rain. Right? But I knew that.
He actually goes through the obituary every day just to update his phone book.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like an old Jewish man's kind of thing. It's like, they come to me, they say, hey, do you want to look at your phone book? I said, I'd rather look at the obituaries and see how much less competition I have.
That's right.
Okie dokie.
We are jumping right into our very next lightning round.
He said I couldn't no more, but I'm gonna come shot. I'm gonna scream real loud on the way out.
Someone get him out.
All right, we have a Ghostbuster segment coming through. There's going to be an old lady looking through the Dewey Decimal System, and the ghost will come and get it and slime her. We have a whole thing planned out. And also, if you do the Patreon, you'll get that 4D experience where you get that slime in your face. And if you don't, we'll send it to you for a P.O. box. from two-sidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. If you like what you're hearing, if you want to subscribe to this podcast, hit that subscribe button, hit that alert button down here on the YouTubes. Don't be afraid to look on Spotify, because we do have our podcasts on there under Drungo, Who Needs a Drungo? Also, AKA Two-Sided Pod. You'll see our beautiful fucking faces here all the time. We're on stereo on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays open chats. Thursdays on our 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern, 17 p.m. 100 EPSD Narnia time. Also, John is in the Dirty Mittens, so time means nothing now. We're kind of in the ether.
That's right. Yeah, time is fluid. Oh, and actually, speaking of time being fluid, we will actually be right back after a word from our sponsors. We just want to give a big shout out to our first sponsor, the Flying Blindino Brothers, Trapeze School for the Blind.
Hey, so how's it doing? Is it over here? No? It's over here. Okay. Hey, so how you doing? Is you like to go to trapeze? It's the Flying Branzino Brothers. They call us the fisher. We got the slippery hands up. You come over here, flippy, we catch you, no problem. Most of the time. Also, we also like to look at fucking eclipses. Branzino Brother Eclipses stores. Look at the sun, blind Branzinos after the sun eclipse. Branzino Brothers, blind eclipse, come flippy. Hey, thanks for coming in. No problem. A 2 flip for 1. I can't see how many you do, but I'll probably trust you. Branzino. Okie dokie.
And we also want to give a great big shout out to our next sponsor. We really thank you for the support to Richard's Writing Services. Richard's Writing Services.
Hey, folks. Sometimes people don't understand what we're saying with our accents. My name's Richard. I'll give writing experiences.
That's right. Richard's Rioting Experience Services. Richard's Rioting Services.
Now,
in fact, their tagline is, "We crash while you have a bash."
Now, this is a two-sided pod. I can't live here. This gets misunderstood a lot of times. Rioting, writing, writhing, all of the WR words. Folks, it's Richard's enunciation classes experiences is what you're signing up for. Hey, when you say someone you writing, and they're like, oh, that's nice. What is it about? And you say, because the government took my land. And you said, why would you write a book on that? I didn't say writing. I said writing. Okie dokie. And you come to another person, you say, I'm going to write. He said, oh, all your tummy hurts? You got the canker sores in your buttholes? No. Then why are you rising? I ain't rising. I'm a writing. And therefore, I have come up with the enunciation Richard writing conglomeration. Come on down, folks. Don't mind your buttholes.
And also, who can forget our next sponsor, Three Finger Tiffany's Back Alley Banking.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking fuck. Oh, you dirty bitch. I told you there was 2 20s and a 10 and a couple bank tokens in there. Why didn't you give me the goddamn receipt? I'm sorry. Here at Dirty Tiffany's 3-finger banking back alleys, we don't give receipts. Okay, here's the deal. I came here because I don't like receipts. I don't like weights. We don't like people who don't use less than 3 fingers. Hello, Tiffany's banking system here, and we're always here to serve and help. What? No, sir, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do a commercial. Whoa! Anyway, at Tiffany's 3-finger banking back alleys, we care about the customer. 1 finger at a time. Come on down. Give us your deposits. We'll deposit for you. Come on down.
Don't pay an arm and a leg when you can pay just a finger.
Or 3. Thanks, Tiffany. Okay. You know what, folks? We really thank our sponsors for the Two-Sided Pod. They really keep us going. They really make what we do possible. And it's bringing the smiles to your dials. It's bringing all that laughter to your rafters. Like, we are here for you. I mean, condensation rises to the top, and so does cream, and so does this funny. Come on, rafter talk. Let's go. Don't even know.
And we'd like to thank our final sponsor for supporting us, Domino's. The little pieces for playing bones and toppling each other, not the pizza place.
You stupid fuck. You stupid fuck. Wash them bones. Wash them bones. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking big 6th and 4 motherfucker shit where I showed you. You know. Oh, if you never played bones, you ain't lived. You ain't lived. I'm just letting you know this is how we get through day-to-day lives. Hey, folks, you might know me from my plays on Big 5. Other people call me Double 5s. Someone call me Big 10. I don't know. You know what? I go by anything. Spot me up, put me down, slap me again, give me 10. That's what I'm saying. Life is too hard these days. Life is too difficult. You need to have the simple pleasures in life. Why don't you just go ahead and roll up anything you need to calm your nerves, rattle them bones, shake them decks, slap them points on the board. That's my boy, Double 5, coming at you live. Hope you have a good one. Domino's for life.
Thanks, Domino's.
We have some really weird sponsors, John. We have some really weird sponsors this week.
And we're back.
Yep. And we are back. Oh, you know what? I'm glad we pre-recorded those because it gave me time to not fill my cocktail with water after I poured cocktail.
Hey, let's pop these bubbles and get into our final segment. We got about 30 minutes before the green room. Yep.
Yeah, I got 78 minutes before I waste away.
So what's funny is one of the people that was performing on stage in as 2 Live Crew was wearing a hoodie that down both sleeves said 2 Live Crew, and across the front it said "Banned in the United States" in big letters, and in the back it said "Welcome to the Fuck Show." I was like, oh.
Fuck it, no. So I would buy that sweatshirt. I would love that sweatshirt. But as a member of the band, wearing your sweatshirt with your band name on your, and I know they're not a band. Don't be that guy. Don't be the guy who's wearing the band name sweatshirt, t-shirt to the band.
Right.
Don't be that guy. Remember how cool you were? And
when you don't go out, but when you're at the show, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Remember when we went to the Grateful Dead and we wore the Grateful Dead shirts and we came on stage, we were wearing the Grateful Dead shirts on, and we're like, wow, we're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? And Jerry Garcia is like, you guys need to leave. He was like, all right, I'll be back
later with different shirts. He's like, I pray to God you do. And then that was the last time we saw him before Cherry Garcia came out. And then I became lactose intolerant, and the whole thing happened. And like, you know, you saw it.
And they also had these two girls in booty shorts, like Daisy Dukes, dancing like strippers on stage. So it was a really great show. I'm just gonna say that.
Girl, you had me from Daisy Duke. My thing is, I put them on, but I can't get them off because that's the problem. It's like, love to see you coming on, hate to see you coming off, because like, are you cutting off the circulation in your legs? Yeah, I had to call a paramedic to cut them off. Like, it was very, very unfortunate.
All right, we got MFA, and then we're jumping into our final segment of the evening.
Hey, John, how'd you like the sunshine today in the Dirty Mitten? I hope you appreciate it. Probably won't see it again while you're here.
Hell yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Funny, the person in it's Pittsburgh, when I woke up, said, enjoy that sunshine out there. We don't get it very often. So, you know, apparently that's this area. That's this area of the United States.
Okay, so just because she said that, you said that in my movie mind.
Yeah.
I'm hearing John wake up. It's like, it's the sun that wants a sign, even though I got you, babe. And you wake up like, okay, folks, enjoy that sunshine while you can. And you come down to, like, Donna's like, do you want pancakes? No, I'm on the road. And you make it to the fucking Dirty Mitten. You do all this shit. You haul all your fucking shit across the way. You set it up. You make good with people you don't know. And now you're drinking in public. You're going to be fucked up, pulling shit back. It's like, this is the worst day of my life. You'll wake up tomorrow in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh.
Baby, you got mine.
Yeah, I got you, babe. You're like, God damn it, I can do this better. I'll drive faster. I'll go set up in the second room first. I'll do, but then you'll be in a meeting, and you're like, how am I on a board of fucking education in fucking Michigan? It's like, how did I adopt a child? It's like, and you go to sleep, or you get shot. Like, that's my kid. Boom. I got you, babe. And like every day that comes up. But I'm only saying it for my benefit, because I feel like I'm going to have to be doing this show then every day. And I was like, I don't want that, John. Finish your day correctly. Let's not do this show ever again. Move forward.
I hope you enjoy that sunshine. We don't get a whole lot of it out here.
Okie dokie. Ah!
Da, 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 da.
I got you, babe. Pete says he's doing another show. I can't listen to you anymore. I got you, babe.
Our final segment of the night is Motherhood, Part 1. This is purely a foundational, informational one. Motherhood is something that Pete and I both want to do deep dives in many different ways, and we'll get into that later because that's for other topics. But what this is discussing what people have to go through before they even become mothers, and even if they get to be mothers. It's going to be kind of a bummer. I'm going to go through it kind of quickly.
Wow.
But it's a foundation because it's the first.
No.
And then we're going to talk about motherhood with early childhood, with adolescence, with adults, etc., etc. It's going to be great.
Wow. No, it's going to be the worst thing. Like, I know we talked about this, but I was like, wow. My first inclination, I thought we were going to do this. And then you were like, because I know where we're going and I respect things and I'm not going to make the horrible jokes. Well, I'm going to make a few of them. I will. I promise you I will. But I'm going to, because I know what we're talking about. But if you're taking it down, it's like, what Motherhood Experience Part 1 of our 18-part series. Like, wow, this is not BBC, baby. We don't fuck around like that. But like, my thing is, you'll have to be aggressively shutting me up because I'll blow the whole rest of everything you think about. If we want to stay in my lane, you gotta let me stay. Go ahead. I'm gonna try to stay into what mothers experience before they become mothers, and I'll try not to respond to anything that I think I will try my best. And these jokes, John.
Yeah.
I feel like I can make these ones better because I did not know my mother. I've known mothers. No, fuck you, John. Now you got this.
No.
We're talking about mothers.
Here, listen to this. With the information I'm about to give you and talk about, I can put a 5-spot bet that you won't really want to make a whole lot of jokes, and that you will not try to derail this conversation.
You're the worst. Wow. And remember when this was the fun segment? Okay, then go ahead and put no funny on it and make me not derail it, and then we'll have fun on your conversation.
Laying the foundation for future segments of Motherhood. It's treated as a taboo subject, but miscarriages of pregnancy happen a lot. According to a new paper and study, they happen more than we may realize, than even women having them. The research has found that more than half of successful fertilizations will end in miscarriage.
What the, honestly, and one, I got a joke. I got 2 jokes that they're not ready now, but they're in the fucking chamber, and I can, when you prop it up, if you continue on this line, if you insist on going down this is our funny route of talking about miscarriages, hey John, remember when we know social cues and fun is not this thing we're talking about? That remember social cues, John?
Yep.
Should I get your social worker on the phone? John, get your hands out of your pockets. John, get your hands out of your pockets. Stop touching yourself, John. Stop touching yourself. Social cues.
I'm jingling my keys. It's my keys.
Yeah. John, we took all your keys away. John, we're going to sew your pockets shut. John. Social cues. You got to be quick and fast now if you're going to go down this road.
Yeah.
Because
okay. So it is a taboo subject. It is something that is very difficult to talk about. I know personally, including in my own family, many women who have had to go through this, and it's very traumatizing. Of course,
but 100%. But you need to realize, and I'm with you, John. And I know you're gonna get upset with me, but my thing is you and I'm a hetero white male with great facial hair. You are a ginger, soulless fuck, man child. We know nothing about these things. That's right. And so we have no bearing on these things. And so anything we say about it is very bro, we have, I'm very suspect of this. I don't have legs to stand on anything. I have shitty jokes. I have shitty opinions. I have my good friend who was this, and I know how she felt. It's just me saying things that I heard from somebody who's somebody. I don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's why I am hesitant about your fun segment. And I'm super, super excited about it because this is another way we realize who we are and what you do wrong with your life choices. And I feel like you're going to get more money than Will if you fucking hear these holes coming hot, baby.
Previous research has found that somewhere between 10 and 20%, or as many as 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage, also known medically as spontaneous abortion. So that there's a big, and they're looking at it region by region. This is a study in Denmark, which included over 1 million pregnancies between 78 and 92. Found out the miscarriage rate was about 13.5%. And that's going to vary region and socioeconomic status. That's going to shift everything very sharply one way or another. But the qualifier note of this of this study saying that over 50% of fertilizations end that way is because many women don't even know they're pregnant initially, and many miscarriages happen in the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. So many miscarry without even knowing it's happening, and so that's where this new study comes from.
Folks, I get it now. I finally get it. The fun segment is John is pitching an MTV episode of the Two-Sided Pod of "Oops, I didn't know I was pregnant." Hashtag two-sidedpod@gmail.com. Bro, that's right. You can't. Fuck, man. You're killing me. But also, continue. I'm listening. I support you in all your stupid choices.
So you brought this out of me. You brought this out of me in our last episode of why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And you made me say it first. So for this, it's to show how resilient and powerful women are. People who get pregnant and choose to become mothers, whether they are successful or in many cases, as I'm showing, not, and how traumatizing that is. But it's to show the power, because the taboo of it actually deflates that power and makes them think that it's they manage it in relative isolation, private grief and misconceptions, believing that they caused it by lifting heavy objects or something, or bad treatment, right? And their partners can leave them feeling at fault, and to manage this alone. And so the healthcare systems and the broader society, this continuing conviction that miscarriages are unavoidable, and the requirements enshrines in many these national guidelines that women must have, that is much more common. It is not the exception. It is somewhat the norm. And to have it is you are not bad. It is not your fault in many cases. And so this pressure and this forcing them to grieve alone and in isolation is what the taboo does. And so as one who has, you're right. I will not get pregnant. Right? You will not get pregnant. So we are removed from this.
Hey, so help me, John. I'm trying my best, and I will let you know if it comes to fruition.
Right, and many people say just try again, and that's such a horrible you got over this one, just do it again, and so it's just instead of just saying don't talk about it, it's we're showing how common it is and how much people go through when they are trying to become mothers, when they're getting pregnant, when they are pregnant, and when they become mothers.
Brother, this is the first, not the first time. This is one of I want you to remember this beacon time. This is where I feel like you have become this is what I want from you. You're too weird and fucking obtuse. I'm all right, fun segment of why am I saying this? This is what I'm saying. It's you gave me, it's English 101, baby. And this is why I fucking hate you so much about it, because this is your bread and butter. This is how you make your goddamn living. Tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you told them.
That's correct.
John, you are not telling them what you're going to tell them. You started babies don't have, we're white. I'm a cis man. What the fuck is happening? If you would have started with that, bro, that was brilliant. And now I'm 100% on board with you. 100% on board with you. The resilience, and I know we have no leg to stand on at all.
Right.
We don't know anything. We know, I know personally a couple people. I'm sure that if you're bringing this up, that this is why you're thinking about it. Cool, but we don't know. We're outsiders looking in. We can't imagine even being first party to that situation. We're once removed, twice removed, whatever, right?
Easily.
So I'm with you, but the resilience and how it is treated, because once again, this is kind of our fuck you, John, you son of a bitch.
There you go.
Folks, if you like what you've been hearing here when John comes, it's like coming to a Sunday church sermon where the preacher gets you the devils are trying and the devils are coming, and if the devils are here, then why are you here? It's what? I'm not. oh, I'm the devil. It's like, folks, here's the collection plate. Folks, if you like what you're hearing here, John L. Peacock brought me goddamn to pasture right there. It is an understanding of a situation, of a mental, aka medical. But medical shit happens all the time. But you look at, John, I'm going to skip ahead of you because you have a healthy birth and you have the postpartum depression, right? And then the postpartum depression is thought of like, get over it. You're fine.
Correct.
It's now an issue.
Right. Yeah. I don't mean correct. That's what they should be thinking, but that's unfortunately what most society still thinks. Correct. Right.
What it is. Right. And it's the same thing. It's like, oh, you had a miscarriage. Like, okay, get them up, move them out.
Yep.
It's not handled correctly because it is like there is something happening chemically in the brain. You have lost a part of something. And even so a normal grief that you feel normally of grief is exacerbated by the levels of hormones that are happening in the body, the intensity of the situation with your family, with your loved ones, with your lack of, therefore, whatever that is happening, everything is exacerbated and your brain chemicals are not okay. And now someone's like, you're good. Like, you could be, a multimillionaire and you have that problem and someone's like, you're fine. You have the same feelings as someone who's living out of a car and like,
correct,
I'm not okay. It's the same mental process. It's the same feeling and it needs to be addressed. Okay.
Right.
John, are we talking motherhood? God damn you. Like, okay, go ahead.
One more, just because it's there and because we're trying to move past the taboo, Black women face significantly higher risk of having miscarriages than white. Research suggests about 43% higher of a risk for a Black woman to have a miscarriage than a white woman. Well, this is in the UK and US is where that study comes from.
It's not Black woman, it's a woman of color because those are different from...
These are. I was reading this study.
Indigenous.
You were correct.
No, I know. Yep. No, I'm very, because there are so many variations. And the thing is, if you look at people of color, of any color, they're more likely to have the bullshit less insurance or live in more impoverished neighborhood, to have more of a stressful life, to have more. And like.
Right, and it goes back to what we were talking about with healthcare. There's a huge gap that the expansion of Medicaid has helped, but the gap is still there across the board.
100%. The gap is the gap. The gap. It has not stopped being the gap.
That's right.
Like think of it as John. You like the never-ending story, right?
Oh yeah.
You remember Atreyu?
Of course.
Remember when he's trying to go through the gate and only the true and the just shall pass?
Yes.
So it's like if they're like, hey, these goddamn sphinxes are still got laser eyes, but the gate's a little shorter. It's a little shorter. Hey, still gotta kill you. Cool. A little shorter. Oh no, we still got lasers up here. Everyone's gonna die if you're not quick. If you got any kind of issue, you're gonna die. If you're not Atreyu and you don't have Valcor waiting for you on the other side, you're fucked. But I'm just saying that's why I can't celebrate this shit. That's why I can't, like, it's good. It's like a step in the right direction, but fuck off, man.
Yeah.
That's why at the two-sided pod at gmail.com, we believe in the commune society. Like, you come correct or you don't come at all. That's TWO sidedpod at gmail.com.
The next is a little bit more. Okay, these are statistics to show where the U.S. is for maternity mortality rates. And this is
man.
The mother.
This is the worst, John. I did my best. I did a fucking never-ending story reference with Atreyu and Valcor, and now we're going to mortality rates. This is great. You are derailing me in this show. This is a reverse fun of what we call the two-sided pod. Fuck off. I'm ready. Go.
This is per 100,000 live births. Colombia is 50.7. Latvia is 37.6. Mexico is 34.2. Costa Rica is 20.2. And then U.S. being number 5 is 17.4. Number 5.
Percent or numbers?
Numbers. So this is the average number of
miscarriages. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. No. This is not miscarriages now.
Mortality of mothers.
Yes.
Fuck you.
This is different. Yes.
Out of 1,000?
Out of 100,000.
100,000.
Yep.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Whereas
Australia
is 3.9. Japan is 3.7, Israel 3.3, Germany 3.2, Denmark 1.6, and then Luxembourg, Norway, Ireland, the Slovak Republic, shout out to YOLO, Slovenia, Estonia, and Iceland are all 0. They are all 0.
Okay, I'm with you because
that means it's so negligible. It is so negligible that they do not show up on this percentage rate.
Right.
Yeah, on this rate.
Right. All right, but let me just say, because my first thing is I'm trying to make jokes. I'm trying to figure things out. Shout out to YOLO. YOLO, Bobo. Girl, how you doing? USA is 17.4 out of 100,000. Australia is only 3.9. However, John, you don't watch the news in Melbourne today. There's a fucking thing on the news yesterday on the fucking highway. Fucking someone pulled a mate out of fucking convertible. Fucking beat his ass on the street on YouTube. It was like, oh, hey, welcome to Melbourne, cats. And they had this whole thing. It's like, yeah, but
wow,
but only 3.9.
That's right.
Yeah, in
That's
fact,
right.
medium strength beers. It's a give and a take. It's like you have to give up your. Dude, I would so move to Australia in a heartbeat. Like literally, their healthcare, their socioeconomic, like even their lockdown shit. Like, I'll lock down, baby.
Yep.
Oh, we got koalas and kangaroos. I'll lock down the fuck with some kangaroos.
Yep.
That's a goddamn fucking North American piece of shit talking. Okay, that's bullshit. Go ahead.
So there has been significant progress since 2000. Between 2000 and 2017, South Asia achieved the greatest overall percentage reduction of mother mortality rates with a reduction of 59%. From 395 to 163 of maternal deaths per 100,000 births.
Who was that?
That would be, South Asia. Yep.
Just the continent of South Asia. Okay.
The regions, right. And so sub-Saharan Africa achieved a substantial reduction of 39% of this maternal mortality during the period.
What period are we talking about? Again,
2000.
No, but what was the significant
2017.
study?
So
what
the
was
study
the
was
significant
looking.
study? But what was happening to decrease those numbers during that? Because are we talking the Doctors Without Borders? We're talking about Nurses Without Boundaries. Because I met a lot of those in college, and like I tell you what,
They have no boundaries. I had to make a couple. I had to make a few.
Yeah, no. I said, nay, you're a medical professional. Do what you will. Better make it 3 fingers, Sally.
Yeah, it's looking at the improvement of healthcare across the world, and so looking a lot at Doctors Without Borders. It's looking at how areas that have had significantly traditionally horrible healthcare have the improvement in those areas have caused this reduction.
So what we're looking, this is an organization that's a scientific organization that's studying what is happening. They're not aggressively trying to send Nurses Without Boundaries to South Asia.
They are the research. They're just the research.
They're mainly they're the Marlon Perkins of the goddamn outback. They're the ones who are like, right, I'm up in the tree here, and fucking my mate down there is gonna fucking wrestle a cougar. Let's see what happens. And I know that's not how Marlon Perkins talks, but in my mind, I haven't seen him for a while. I feel like he does. Go ahead. Scientifically, someone studied our world, and people are collectively, John, let me sum up what you're saying. Collectively, as a whole, as a society, as a people, we are getting better about caring for other people. Not good enough. Again, we're making small strides.
Mentioned several times, right?
Right. We have our Doctors Without Borders. We have our Nurses Without Boundaries.
That's right.
We have our two-sided pod with no limit to give. We have all of those things. However, it's just not enough to make the world a better place as we need it to be.
That's right.
We're slowly making these things 375 to 163 in South Asia. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's not enough. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's when you have that decrease, it's not enough.
Yeah.
There's no reason, because in this day and age, there's no reason. Like, with the amount of money, the amount of resources, the amount of things that people across the world, everywhere, and this is just human life. This is, because I'm going back to healthcare. Like, we're talking maternal mortality.
Correct. Yep.
Right. This is someone who was trying to give birth to another life and died in the process because the healthcare was so horrible.
Yeah.
That's
and horrible. The U.S. is one of the worst, one of the highest mortality rates in the industrialized world.
Right. Which should not, with 17.4, which is like number 5, which is not
Ireland,
okay.
Iceland is these places have the 0, which is it doesn't register on that kind of a study. So
and God damn you, John, because it's too serious now, and the whole joke is like, so basically, if you're going to go have a child, go to Ireland because it will live, and or the mother will live at least.
Yeah.
Oh, lad, she's a good lad. We'll go ahead, make sure she lives after this. I loved her, always have. Oh, now we're in Scotland. Oh yeah, always loved her. Yeah, we'll see you on the Green Plains. Oh, that'll be great. You'll love it.
So if a person is actually able to bring a child to term, live through the labor, live through the pregnancy and the birth, then they have to deal with that child. And now it comes to, away from statistics, and at least, well, I'm going to say one personal story each as we end this weird segment of motherhood.
Ew.
What has your mother had to endure by giving birth to my boy Pete?
What does that mean, John? You say things weird, you make everyone feel weird. Endure for giving birth?
These are the things.
No,
that,
so John,
yes.
let me, because again, you're trying to read things and you're not.
I'm not reading. No, I'm done reading.
No, that's no. Then listen. What has your mother had to endure from giving birth to you? Like, I had a big head. What do you mean? Like the contractions were? What the fuck do you mean?
Oh,
hey, so what you mean?
Yeah, sure.
No.
How bad was your labor?
No, sir. Jesus Christ, because he knows John's going to give specifics. He's like, if you like what you hear in here on Two-Sided Pod, we'll put up some x-rays about how it was a breech birth on Two-Sided Pod at Instagram.breech birth. Hashtag breech birth, John L. Peacock. John, no, the question would be like, what has your mother had to endure for bringing you up as a child?
Sure. Yeah, that one.
Do you want to know about like? No, she's a saint. My mother's a saint. She's a broken woman now. She's a fucking broken woman.
You broke her.
Yeah, you're welcome. Because no, she's not. She is, but she's not. She's well
resilient.
accustomed.
She's resilient.
She's accustomed to the world. She doesn't get offended easily. Well, she does, but it's now like
she holds it in.
Nope. She doesn't hold it in. It's water off a duck's back.
Oh, okay.
A lot of that shit.
That's good.
Unless it's me. Like if you're offending her, if there's like I can go and get cursed at, and I can, like, people are, ew, gross. Like, I don't care. But
Right.
if I have an issue, like, what is it? Internal versus external. But she's gotten a lot tougher skin. The woman's a saint. I love her to death. I would not trade my mother for anyone in the entire world. Ever, 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 for anything in the entire world. And she, so the worst thing, no, because we can't say that. We can't say that. We can't say that. No. Let's say a funny thing, John. Let's say a funny thing that led to a funny thing that led to a funny thing. Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So in middle school, I went to a private school because I was not doing well in all the other things.
That happens.
So I got to be friends with I got great friends there, great friends. And we had, everyone was getting their ears pierced. Like, that was like the normal thing. Like, no, there's no piercing, there's anything, like, no. So me and my buddy for St. Patty's Day, April Fool's Day, I don't know, for something, we got magnetic earrings.
Yep.
And like did the whole thing, like squeeze our ears, like really squeeze them so they were red and
so
fucked
they
up.
looked like they were just pierced.
And I picked it, like, really, and then put them on. And they're like, "You guys got to go to the principal's office." We went, like, you got to take them out. Can't. It'll heal up. They called our parents. We pushed it so far. They called our parents to come down to pick us up. And I was like, "Whoa!" Like, you son of a bitch. My dad said that. My mom did. She just shook her
That's
head.
right. Brazilian.
So that was one of the things of like, of just, I would push any joke as far as I possibly could. Even it's like, yeah, you got to come home from work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're not going on vacation. I'm good, but it's a joke. But you're good. A lot of that. A lot of that.
Yep. My mama had to come in. You want to finish that up?
No, I was going to say this is one of those things where we hoped it was nope, can't use that number. We hoped that there was a miscarriage because it would have been a lot easier for the whole My Boy Pete family household. Continue, Joe.
So in middle school, I was at a pizza place with a friend of mine who pushed the limits. Like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that, let's steal ice cream from the teacher's lounge, which we did.
Go ahead.
Right. And we we found some sodas, empty soda cups.
Bottles, cups, yeah.
No cups, because you get free refills. We dumped them out and said, "Hey, could I get a refill?" And they're like, "Okay," and they do it, and they're like talking to each other as we're like, "Haha, we just stole soda," and they come over and like, "You stole that soda," like treated us as we vandalized the place and defiled the sodas, and we stole it, and we are thieves. We're calling the cops. We're calling your parents, and forced our mothers to come down to that pizza place to just ream us out, and then didn't call the cops or anything. But that's what mothers have to do. That's what that's what parents are forced to do.
Wow. Your mother, like, because I know your family, so you were like, and then I made her drive 4 blocks because I took soda. Like, wow, you were the worst.
Let's not talk about my sibling.
Don't talk about my soda. My boy Zippy's here, and he stayed up late because I hope he doesn't work late tomorrow. So, John, I just want to shout out to him. But what do you got to say about, because like you're going mom style, and I'm not going to cut you off. It's your segment, baby. I'm with you. I don't know where you're going all the time, but mothers are mothers. We love them all.
That's right.
I'll fist fight anyone who does not respect a mother. I will fist fight them.
That's right. And even, mothers are human, and having that understanding that, oh, you gave birth, so therefore your job is only for that, and you're a bad, like all those labels suck. because we're looking at what they had to go through from the very beginning of the pregnancy, what they had to go through to give birth, and these are small, stupid, funny examples that we gave of what they have to go through with raising a child. And so this burden that is put on them should be more celebrated, because parents are awesome. Mothers are doubly awesome because of what they have to go through before they even become a parent.
Okay.
Like risk their life.
That's a good summation. Because I was like, you were opening a goddamn another can of worms, because that's what I was saying. That's the onus of motherhood doesn't begin and end at birth, of making it through. Like it's a whole thing, and like people are people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
yep.
It's all so subjective. You look at, remember when you were 10 years old and you're hanging out with your mom and your aunt and your uncle or whatever, and then your grandma was there. And now it's like, oh, now I'm hanging out with my sister and my mom's here. She's the grandma and there's kids here. It's like, why are people getting older? And this is bullshit. And no one has any good weed anymore. This is all bullshit. Yeah.
So we got a lot of messages that happened during this. So let's see what other people have to say about.
I hope so. Let's do and as we're doing it, we're gonna do a shot. So anyone out there, if you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing, because I am not a big fan of it right now, if you can do me the good favor of hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button, hitting that alert button, tell your friends, or maybe tell your parole officer, because I feel like I'm talking to our fans out there. But let's do a shot now. Smoker, you got him. Drink a shot. John, pop those bubbles, and we'll go ahead and get through it. Cheers, mate. Thanks for listening, everybody.
When are you guys?
My mate.
When you're going to be up?
My man.
Friday night tomorrow.
Friday night.
1 o'clock in the morning. Me drinking 4 beers.
Yeah.
All of us going live.
Yeah.
Would you be in for it?
Fuck yeah. I would go live with a drunk Zippy.
It can't be any worse now. Been lost and found yesterday. We were talking about that black female runner who got caught for weed.
Right.
And she got qualified in America. And then we were talking about that other black female runner who they thought was a man and made her do loads of tests and put her off.
Oh, bullshit. Yeah, no.
I thought I would parody how racist the Olympics was. But being like, we have detected traces of fried chicken.
God, you go the other way? Motherfucker. Woo! Coming in hot. Woo!
That's true. Yeah. Yep.
My boy Zippy. I love me some Zippy. And like, before we do anything, I would go on a live broadcast with Drunken Zippy any goddamn day of the week, John. Because I feel like we have both learned our interaction, our banter. We both know of how, like, you're talking. Go ahead.
Yep.
We have because John and I have had furious knockdown drag out fights, probably 19 times over the last year about time and place, motherfucker! Time and place! And I feel like we are an open gate. We're kind of like a Catholic church. It's 3 a.m. Hey, Zippy, it's 3 a.m. Why don't you come down here and give confession? Lad, it's no problem. We're probably going to have the green room later. However, John won't be there. John has things to do. But I will take your confession and I will let you know. Mate, you're good with us. Two-sided pod.
Yet another example of how women are way stronger than men. I could cite 1,000 reasons, but miscarriage, oof.
Yeah. See, John?
I can't even articulate how difficult that is.
Bro, we love you. Like 100. Like that's the whole thing. We under like.
Yep.
Yeah, we cannot say, and that's why I was so upset. Like, can we?
Yep.
Can we? It's like, hey, John and I are gonna do a talk on race relations with no one of color on our show. Like, okay, here we go. Like, John, you're doing this with no background, and I love you, and I support you, but I don't know what you're doing.
Yep.
Here's the deal, John. If you want to come down to the church later, Zippy will be gone later. We'll talk later. You can give your confession about how bad you feel about everything. Okay. YOLO. YOLO. Bobo. I'm going to talk first because she's going to talk later. Trust me, I see her. No, she's not. She's just quietly listening. This is where, no, we can keep playing it because this is where I get to say, like,
Still play.
YOLO. Bobo. Can't stop. Oh, no. Even though it come on Eastern Europe's time. Here's the deal, because you have not subscribed to our two-sided pod at gmail.com. That's TWO-sided pod at gmail.com. It's also on Spotify, and we know when you subscribe and you follow us on Spotify, YOLO, or Viva YOLO! When you subscribe, we will see you pop up in our Eastern European friendship circle. My girl.
That's right. Oh, crap. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
It's sad. You go through all these emotions, but then you go through life wondering, what would my kid be like, whether it be a girl or a boy. Maybe they were too little to know at that point, whatever. But I mean, you spend the rest of your life. Sometimes something will pop up, and you'll be like, oh, I would have a kid about that age, and I wonder what they'd be like right now. It's kind of surreal. I mean, it's sad at moments, and then I mean, you can think all these things. There's this mentality or a mindset, or I don't know, but it's hard to get past that.
100%. I can't even imagine, and that's that. I feel like that's the. I feel like that's the issue. Like, I'm not trying to talk out of class right now, but I feel like as far as the social experiment of the social comfort, and as far as socially comforting, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's like, do you feel comfortable talking about this in a situation like? And it's such a stigma that you don't talk about depression, mental health, or like the feelings of losing something, or even the losing something. You don't talk about it. So it's a male, it's a female, it's a something. And you're having all like, I can't even imagine. You know what I mean? But and I feel like that's one of those things that should be changed. There's like, my therapist says that if you talk about it, it takes the power away, and it doesn't hold power over you. And so like, it's just a thing now. It's like, you can talk about the thing. Like, and I try to take that to like a comedy heart of like, all right, let's do bits about this, or this. And like, you start early and like, oh, no. I'm not okay with this. And it's kind of like, the idea is you need to, as a society, we need to normalize everything. It needs to be okay to talk about the hurt you're feeling from motherhood, fatherhood, from parenthood, from like, you don't need to be like, shit, I'm a bad parent because I have this kid. Like, Yeah, no, anyway. But that's a different story. But it needs to be normal that it's normal to be normal. It's normal to be fucked up. It's normal to feel things. It's normal to hurt. It's normal to lose. It's normal to feel lost. And the thing is, once you feel those things and you start circling the wagons, no one's going to come help you, and you're not going to connect with people, and you're going to be more isolated. And our society has made people feel more isolated, and we're just not helping people. You know what I mean? Like, there's a problem. Let's figure it out on whatever level it is. It's not fun. It might not be cheap, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why the Two-Sided Pod is running for governor of the U.S. That's TWO-sidedpod@gmail.com. #governor for U.S.
That's actually the name of the governor. I'm governor two-sidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO-sidedpod@gmail.com.
Right. You gotta wait for a State of the Union address. When we do it, it's gonna be huge before we even read our name out. And then we have things to say. You guys.
We may not have the same vaccine mandates that we do. I apologize for the idiot on the bike going down the road. Sorry.
That's Arizona, baby.
So,
I love it.
What is the main thing that connects all of those countries with not having any restrictions? What is the main?
Ooh, that's a good one, John. Do you want to go? Because I hope you researched it, because I can shoot off the hip and I can say. But do you want to shoot off the hip, or do you want to research and say? Would you like to make? Go ahead.
Because it is very specific. There's a couple of. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. So to reiterate, it's Luxembourg, Ireland, Norway, the Slovak Republic, Slovenia, Estonia, and Iceland, right?
No. She said she knows the countries. She said why. She asked why are those countries are zero or less than measurable in maternal mortality.
All of them have universal health care.
Correct. And then
ports are all up to 2019. So actually, they wouldn't have anything to do with the vaccine mandates one way or another. That does not come into it. But the very strong social nets, very strong.
There you go. So 100%. They have, because a lot of Europe has universal health care, which is the base. Like, you need to have oh, look, we're going to make a foundation. Like, how do you build a house?
Right.
You got to have, like, you know what? If you want to be archaic, we're going to build a castle, and we need a keystone. So here's our keystone, and we build up to our keystone, and we have our arch now, right? John, is that using the term correctly? Did I win in 6th grade English?
Yes, you did.
Perfect. So once you get your keystone, you get your cornerstone, if you're doing the foundation. Keystone is from the arch, where you're doing the flying buttresses.
That's right.
Don't mind if I do. I won't go deep, bro. I did good in middle school. It was private school. I'm super good at it. So if you have those good bases, then everything else kind of stems from there. So all of your other healthcare, all of your social justices, you could have, you're poor or you're whatever, but like, you take care of your people. It's like, these are my homies. Yeah. This is the community. The people are the most important. And so you have social programs. Your police forces are working very little because there's social economical outreaches. There's community centers. There's a lot of these, in addition to the socialized universal healthcare, right? Yep. And I'm sorry, I said socialized. Sorry. Universal. And a hush filled the room. No, I'm not trying to lose Foxy and Mind Fox. I don't want to say socialism. I mean, I could be a fascist anarchist. It wouldn't change the facts that I don't have a car. All right.
That's right.
So I'm not trying to use big words, but I'm just saying, once you get the bass ground, it's like, oh, everybody's feeling cool and feeling groovy. Then like, all right, then everything else is kind of groovy. I'm like, we don't have to worry about this. I'm like, it's the basic. Think of a commune, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna run a. Sorry, is that we're talking about moms? Sorry, John.
Let's pop through these because I need to get the sources. I need to we need to get to the green room.
Gotta get it.
I met this lady a couple months ago. She was an Egyptian fortune teller or whatever. And she really wasn't. She really was Egyptian. And the reason I believe this lady is because I went past her tent a couple times. We were at an event. And I'm like, hi, how you doing? She's good. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she looked at me and she said, why did you stop writing? And I'm like, wait, what? Nobody's ever known that I wrote anything. And the last time I wrote anything was like in 9th grade, which was like 100 years ago. And she's like, that's where your power is. And if that's true, then maybe the written word is what people need to see.
Girl, I'm letting you know, and that is one of my things that I believe in wholeheartedly. The pen is mightier than the sword. John has taken that to heart. John is a prolific writer, and he has done amazing things with word to paper. Things that we say in conversation face to face are fleeting. They're neither here nor there. What John puts on paper is forever. And that's what I believe is it's a specific thing that you're not going to have a goddamn statue, but you can have a ledger. You can have a story. You can have a manifesto. I have a cabin with a typewriter and growing a beard. I'm getting a manifesto. We're burning this motherfucker to the ground. People remember me. Woo! But no, I digress.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck just happened. I just wanted to say, like, how you doing, guys? I think I was connected to my Bluetooth headphones. That's the reason why you couldn't hear me. And I just wanted to say, I was on YouTube. I wrote you a message, but thought, like, you won't listen to it. You won't read it because you're zooming, and I think it's kind of like, you can do everything like stereo, YouTube, Zoom on the time.
We can actively do everything. Have you ever watched He-Man or Thundercats or fucking Voltron? Because that is what we are do here as a two-sided pod. It's like form of
that's right.
YouTube, shape of reading messages. Okay, no, that's Wonder Twin powers activate, and then we're gonna do that too. But that's the thing. It's like we had anyone who's out there listening. We have Lonesome Larry is our, and I'm gonna go ahead and say our fan, our friend, our confidant on YouTube. He doesn't do stereo. He only goes on, and I'm guessing, John, he's not there now because you're looking confused and fucking weird about everything. like your mother just berated you and said, "You're not my son. You're the mailman's kid." It seems like that. However, YouTube people are different than stereo people, or different than Spotify people, and you guys, we're gonna have a whole barbecue and we're gonna get together. It's like, why can't we just be one? It's gonna be hands across the social media. Let's get together. But no, seriously, John, why didn't you read her message?
And also, like, I'm not doing great. I'm really fucked up.
Girl.
This time, like this month, I blacked out 3 times.
Come on now. No.
Like, I was so drugged that I just fell on my bed and I couldn't wake up. And the last time it happened, it was 2 hours ago. I was just my head fell.
2 hours.
And I'm kind of drug addicted to something which is very bad for your head.
It'll happen.
It's like this very bad thing which you cannot sniff, but I sniff it, and well, yeah, that's me fucked up in the shit.
I'm okay. I'm not belittling anything, but I like that she says very bad. I love that. Drugs are again like God damn it, John. I'm trying like how in the moment of like no, okay, girl. Hey, there's ways to get through things and party the correct way without doing things you don't need to do without unsafe. Because I'm not the person to say be better. Like, oh, you know what? Fucking
right, and that's that mentality. That's that free mentality. Oh, the addicts should just say no, right? It's that Nancy Reagan
don't say
mentality.
No. Yeah,
screw
fuck you,
that.
Nancy
It's
Reagan.
Not that.
No, it's like, hey, here's what the line is, and here's how I manage shit, and then like let's figure out shit. Like, because I'll be honest, I'm playing little games right now. It's like, okay, so how do you manage this and this and this and this and this and this? I'm like, all right. So it's basically the emotional equivalent to robbing Peter to pay Paul.
That's right.
But you have to know, because if you go off the rails like that, like, and I'm with you, girl. I'm not judging. No judgment. This is literally between me and John. We cannot judge anything. We cannot judge
never
anything.
Nope.
Like, we have seen the face of Satan. No, we don't believe in it, but we've
been judged.
Done it all. We've been judged.
Yeah,
all the way through. But we know coming out the other side, like, do what you need to do, but everything that we've always said that, well, not we. I'm not going to put you into my fucking bullshit on this. That I always say to, if you're going to do something, do it smart. Like, and sometimes there's no smart to whatever you're doing, but do it as smart as you can. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so I'm throwing my credit cards away. I'm throwing my ID and my keys. I have, cool, we're doing whatever we're doing, or I'm doing this, and if this is my day-to-day, cool, I'm going to figure this out on this timing and this and how much, like, it's very specific, like, but be about it. Don't, John, are we on live still? John, are we still here?
Of course. Yep.
All right, perfect. So the two-sided pod, and I feel like we're going to go ahead and use this as our whole method, is do drugs. Don't let drugs do you.
That's right. That's correct.
If you can't not let them do you, don't do them. Do something else until you figure that shit out.
Right. Yeah. If you can't control, you're not doing them, they're doing you. Yep.
They're doing you. And then, like, but literally, and that's okay. No judgment. Back it off and do something else aggressively hard. Like, oh, I guess I'm going to drink vodka from the bottle. Like, cool. Now you're an alcoholic. All right, cool. I can deal with this. And like, let's figure other things out. It's baby steps. I don't believe in therapy. I believe in self-help with alcohol. Wow, that was awful. We're gonna go to jail for that.
We're gonna pop two of her messages. They were right back to back, and we'll yeah.
And yeah, it happened to me like 3 times this month. I don't know if I mentioned it. And I've been sick for 1 month as well. So I kind of fell into deep depression. And it's not like I don't have I got a house and I live with my parents, but I'm trying to run away because this is not place for me. Because you know, when there are some issues when there is like not caring, I'm not really interested,
100%.
and when it's environment,
100%.
you just want to leave. And I actually got a flat, but I just need to graduate, find a job, and finally get the fuck out of here.
Dude, that's great. That's awesome.
I won't be blacked out again because it's really dangerous.
No, girl, it's super fucking dangerous. And that's the thing to know now, because you know how much you drink to get blacked out. So like, I'm not saying don't drink. But like, oh, get like 4 or 5 in. Like, oh, I had a pierogi or 2. I'm like, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. And oh, I didn't have a pierogi.
Right, and remember your limits and what you agreed to. Like, John, both of those at the same time instead of
I don't know if this message was sent, but if it was,
I think it was.
Just end it because I will just repeat myself. But I wanted to say that I blacked out 3 times this month.
I think she did.
February.
In February.
It's really bad. Drug addiction is very hard to give up, and it's like Europeans are allowed to drink since like 18, 15, 12. So, I mean, I was addicted to like alcohol, nicotine, and now I'm addicted to very, very bad thing. It's like cocaine, but it's very cheap. So it's like...
synthetic. It's a synthetic.
You sniff it, it's very bad for your nose and you can die from it, so I hope I won't die.
Girl, okay, first off,
I'm saying like drugs is bad, but I mean if you want to drink with your friends once or like twice or 3, I don't fucking know how many times in a year, or smoke weed for fun, it's okay, but doing it because you have a depression, that's fucked up, and I'm fucked up.
That's not you doing the drugs.
It's fucking annoying. It's killing me every night. And like, I'm just like, looking for psychology on the man who is or woman who is helping.
No. First off, there's like, God damn, there's so much to unpack there. I adore you. I adore, like, but only because I know you. Because I know, like, our girl YOLO, we know her from fucking months and months. Good people, fucking good people. There's no problem with doing drugs and like having a problem or drinking. Like, yeah, it's a problem, but it's not on you. Like, if you judge yourself, if you start getting in your own head, you're fucked. And that's what I've, like,
and
you got
it adds to everything.
100%. You have number one, love yourself. Like, and that's the thing is like, if that means like, you know what? Go ahead, John.
Just good mental care. Love yourself. Good mental care. Yeah.
Right. No, fuck good mental care. I'm saying love yourself, forgive yourself, give you a fucking second to breathe. Right. Okay. So if you're having a moment of like, I shouldn't do this, I'm doing this, like, and you do something, you're like, fuck me. Like, no, not fuck me. Not fuck me. I'm good. I'm okay. I had a moment I did something I was saying I shouldn't do, but I did it and I don't hate myself. I'm okay. I'm a good person. I'm trying to do the best that I can in my life.
I'm working away from that. But that doesn't mean that I'm the worst thing in the world because I fell into it again.
Nope. Because that verbiage right there, John, you are not have ever been an addict. I'm moving away from that. Nope. If you say that to yourself, like, okay, I did this thing that I do, and I said I wouldn't do it for a while. I'll try not to do it again. If you're an addict of something, John, number one, you don't tell anyone you're trying to quit because they'll ask you about it and you'll give you shit. Right. Number two, if you give yourself goals of, I'm moving away from this. Like, if you fuck that, and I'm with you because we all are, but if you fuck that shit up, you will shoot yourself in the head and kick yourself in the ass for fucking 3 days, and now you feel worse as a person and you'll do more. So I'm telling you, as an addict, as you're trying to kick any kind of habit, because I'm addicted to comedy. I'm addicted to love.
You're addicted to me, baby.
Did you say amoeba?
And that you're addicted to me, baby, and the two-sided pod.
Wow, that's aggressively awful. I'm addicted to two-sided pod, but I'm just letting you know it's okay to fuck up. It's in your own mind. Like, you always look for acceptance of people. Like, you do auditions, you do your work, you do school, you do your family, you do your relationships. And it's like you're always thinking about how people think of you. And then your quiet time and yourself. And that's where the weird shit comes into play of what you're doing in your own personal life. Whatever addictions or you're thinking about, it's okay to not be okay as long as you're trying to do better. And you don't have goals, you don't have things, but you're doing better. Be okay. Know you're like, hey, you know what? That was a bad night. I should probably not do that or that again.
Right.
I can't stop myself. Like, I'm aware that is not good and good, but I'm not going to kill myself and kick myself in the fucking face and rake myself over the coals if I do this thing. It is what, like, we are people. We are all everyone. And my thing is, like, just everyone needs to take a breath. Like, every fucking person needs to take a breath.
Yeah.
The goddamn, like, everybody. Like,
from the micro to the macro.
John? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Say it again.
From the micro to the macro.
Yes.
Yeah, it's what we've been talking about really this entire episode. It's that verbiage, that mentality, the way you look at it. If you see yourself as a monster for failing to do something to meet that goal that you had put on for yourself, and in the same way that society might see you as an addict or a monster for doing a drug or whatever the case might be, that is that mentality that is so destructive, and it creates the downward spiral. Whereas the looking at if you are the disorder, you can get help with that disorder. You can manage that disorder, like managing pain. The pain's still going to be there, but you can manage it. You stretch, you do whatever you exercise, whatever. You don't exercise because it hurts it. Whatever the case might be, you manage it because there's help. There's a system that's in place for those kind of physical ailments, and these other ailments. Now that we're looking at them as ailments, as disorders, instead of as you're a bad person, you're a monster. It shifts the narrative. It shifts the narrative from the micro to the macro, from yourself, from the inside to the society around you. This is where we need to shift. This is where we need to understand.
Yes. Yes, man. It's the same. Yes. Fucking yes. Micro to the macro. It's because someone who has like stage 4 cancer, like, oh my God, they're so sick. Poor them. Versus someone who's an alcoholic, a drug addict, like, hey, get your shit together.
Right.
Like,
he made his own choices, right? Yeah.
Right. There's, you have diabetes versus you have depression. Right. I have three shots a day versus, I'm sad I can't get out of bed. Come on, suck it up, buttercup. Like, that is the idea, what you're 100%, John, micro to the macro of how we understand the human experience. And I don't, like, it's funny. Like, I can make jokes about it. Like, and everything is funny.
And it heals, and it helps. Right.
No, it does. Like, you fucking cry your way to the fucking gallows, or you laugh. Like, what are you gonna do?
Your way to the gallows. The gallows humor. Right. It helps.
Right. You have one or two choices. You're walking up, dead man walking. You got one or two choices. You got about fucking, I don't know, 75 years, 82, 104 if you're in Latvia. You move forward and you have those things that say, like, okay, I can make jokes and I can be loving, or you're like, fuck this. you have choices in life, and you have an understanding of where things are. And like, I truly believe you can't control it all the time, man. Like you truly can't. And, but my biggest breakthrough, like 6 years ago, 5 years ago, it was about 12 minutes ago. I'm still not there. I know about it, but I have to forgive myself for the things I know that I didn't do, that I'm aware of this. I had this moment of realization today, and next week I fuck shit up and I knee-jerk reaction to just something. I'm not killing myself about it. I'm not fucking beating my head in the ground. I'm not, fuck. You know what? Fuck. You fucked up. Learn it. Move on. You're okay. You're okay.
I do not regret the things I've done, but those I did not do.
Exactly, man.
Yep.
Exactly. It reminds me of the quote from my great-great-grandma when she was at the dinner with the Count Duke Ferdinand.
Yeah.
And they asked her, they said, hey, anything to say? She says, I can't believe I ate the whole thing. So, I mean, a moment in history, right?
Listen, we got some sources. The sources for this episode of Two Sided have been, for the first segment, healthinsurance.org, macpac.gov, cbpp.org,
PBS.NSBC, ordmp.bbr. Fuck, PBR is delicious. $2 a pint over here at the fucking local MDM. John, go ahead.
And for the second segment, sciencealert.com, bbc.com, thelancet.com, Statista, and dataunicef.org.
Damn, you use so many acronyms. It makes me so sad.
I know.
It makes me.
You love it.
I'm gonna have instead of just regurgitating the Good Morning Vietnam acronym quotes, right. I'm going to make my own for this part where you do your segment, and you're going to be so impressed. You're going to be so impressed. You're going to be so impressed. But until then, John, being that the VP is such a VIP, shouldn't we keep the PC on the QT instead of leaks the VC? We could all end up on KP, and then you'd be an MIA.
Well, Pete, for this episode, is there anything you'd like to take a second look at, a second guess, a second opinion? This is another edition of Pete's Retraction Corner.
No, man, this was a rough one. You made me talks and feel feelings and do things, and there was not a lot of funny that you took a lot of jokes out of me. And I feel like you know what, folks? Here's the deal. This is Pete's Retraction Corner. Pete's wind has been taken out of his sails. Oh, wait, we're still live, aren't we? People can see this. Okay.
We are for the next 4 minutes.
Shh. Folks, people might understand that the rich curdling leather from my library smells of fortune, of fame. However, it does not. It smells of hard work. It does smell of walnut up here. Like, this is mainly walnut. Like, if you look over here. I regret that I did not read John's posting sooner and stop him and realize how we need to do the whole intro to this whole
our segments.
Goddamn. Oh no, it's a segment. You can call it a segment all you want. I was going to say it's a goddamn journey into the wilderness. Yeah, no, like all we need is a Sacagawea. Like there's right. I'm a Lewis. You're a Clark. Like we have no guide at this point. Zero guide on this. And no, don't cut me off because I'm still doing my retraction corner, John. So help me God. Also, I retract cutting him off. I feel like no, that's it, John. No, we'll get it. I see your eyes. I see your goddamn seller.
We'll figure it later. Go ahead.
My boyfriend is very afraid of me, so I threw away every stuff, and because I was sniffing acetone, which is like glue thing, which like I got nosebleed. So it's not alcohol; it's much worse. And I have to graduate, so it's stress and depression makes much worse.
See, I think one of the big problems with society is society itself. And what we need to learn to do as a person is to not care about what society thinks and do what makes you happy. And don't confuse happy with the drug addiction, because that's totally two different things. But strive to be happy. And cut negative people out of your world, because that will make a world of difference. I'm just saying.
Love you, Foxy. That seriously, she's so right. It's like you that's how I feel about New York. I've been to New York now 5, 12, 19 times. I mean, I went there for Fashion Week. I was there for a big photo shoot. I bought my penthouse. I sold it. I moved out. Like the whole thing. I've been there a while.
He's a big boy.
Anyway,
He's a big boy.
I got big boy pants. I don't even wear short pants anymore. Anyway, the whole thing is, I feel like New York, to me, was the idea of life. What Foxy Lady was saying is, here's all this shit in New York. Like literally, you come in, the first time I was there, it's the worst place in the world. Like if you're, goddamn, it's the worst. Like, God, stop everything. Everything's loud and people, But then once you realize, like, I don't know, man. You pick and choose what you want in life. Like
That's right.
You can literally go to, I'm going to go ride fucking A-line down here and fucking no problem. And I don't know if there's an A-line. Like here we have a Q
There's
line.
an A-line.
I don't know.
The Q. Yep.
All right. There's
ACE.
Yep. Yeah, there's an A-line. Okay. I had to get that reference. I knew you were going to cut me off sooner or later if I didn't get it right. So I had to do that preemptively. Anyway, you pick and choose what you do. You know what I mean? Like in life. But I realized that's by the second, third time I was in New York, I realized like, fuck New York. And then I was like, this is the best place ever. Because I literally have everything I want around me, anytime I want, at all. But I can just like, nope, none of the bullshit.
It's not one big city, it's many small villages. Yeah.
No, but it's not even small villages. It's like, oh, go on the subway and here's crazy shit. And here's, you go through this borough and there's crazy shit. Because you have to walk through bullshit. You have to go on the train to bullshit. You have to go, cool. But if you don't like, oh my God, I'm my boy Pete's mom from California. People are weird. I know John L. Peacock's mom from Arizona. Things are strange on this train. As long as they don't do that, as long as you're like, yep, shit be cracking weird all over, and you put your headphone in and keep one eye out, like,
you're good to go. You're good to go.
Whatever.
Speaking of going, I was thinking that this episode was going to shove it into like an hour and a half. That obviously didn't happen. It's one of our longer episodes. But I think MFA has some words of wisdom to help end us on a great note.
Awesome. I can't even imagine anyone better
than her.
YOLO. I am sending you great big huge mom hugs. I adore you. I'm so sorry that you're sad, love. You're beautiful inside to the outside. You don't deserve that mistreatment. And just know that you have people out here that absolutely adore you. and wish nothing for the best for you. I think that you're amazing going to school and trying to better your life. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. Be kind to yourself, even though those around you are not kind. Great big huge mom hugs. Big squeeze. Girl.
God damn it. I don't know how she can talk to someone that's not at me and still make me kind of tear up. It's like, God damn it, I'm so jealous of you right now. Like, I'm so jealous that you get to give her a hug at some point in the next like few days, or week,
and
or
as
whatever.
a final
like, I'm
segment,
so upset.
being motherhood, who else to really wrap it up but mother effing America.
Mother fucking America, John. Say your words. Say it with your chest, motherfucker. Say it from your chest. Motherfucking America from your chest, bitch.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show on stereo every Tuesday, same time as tonight. So if you want to join us or you want to throw out some topics for these two-sided shows, email us twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. We got Yolo coming back, so I do want to give that to her. So she's got one more message for.
One more.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Hell yeah, girl.
I love my boyfriend a little more, but I love you and thank you.
We're all here for you. All like you got community. You got no matter what happens. Like there's people who adore you. There's MFA, but we're all here for you. Like we're all. So don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to feel like you're not cornered. You're good. Whatever you got going, reach out, man. There's a community here who will support anything, man.
And those who are listening to us live on the stereo app, join us right now. We're in the green room. We're here. We were walking down a little bit ago, and we are in the green room for our after show wind down. And that's a wrap for tonight. I am John L. Peacock from Brooklyn, New York, currently in the dirty mitten of Michigan.
And I'm my boy Pete here in Southern California. Collectively wishing he was with MFA and John L. Peacock, but still in the state of denial. So places are anything you want them to be.
And this was our show. Join us again live on the stereo app next, and also live on YouTube next and every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the fun and the serious, here on Two Sided. Pete, I say this every week. It's in my little notes, but I'm not going to look at those. I'm looking at you right now. I love you.
Yeah, I love you. I'm sad you have to read it every fucking week to remember. Yeah.